morning everyone. I'm just utterly exhausted today. You know, the kind of tired where your eyes are just watering constantly. Marnie's just not sleeping at the moment. She just keeps waking up. Something's obviously bothering her and she just keeps waking up every couple of hours, and she'll go back usually quite quickly, but it's just that constant broken sleep. Like all the phases that you get with babies, I know, you know, you do come out the other side and it's not forever, but it is just hard going in the middle of the night when you just want a decent stretch of sleep without being woken up. So yeah, I'm feeling a bit sorry for myself this morning, and every morning I always think to myself, oh, when she has a nap later on this afternoon, I might try and get a nap myself, and it just never happens. Once I'm up and I've had a coffee and a shower, I'm up, that's it for the day. There's no way I'm going back to sleep. I just can't for some reason. I don't know why. I wish I could. Marnie has gone back to sleep now. I just posted actually on my Instagram stories because we're weaning her, as you know, if you watch my videos, and yesterday I gave her some porridge with just regular porridge, which I cooked down so it was nice and soft, and I gave it to her with, I made it with half water, half cow's milk. So, and it was only a tiny portion, so it wasn't much cow's milk at all, and half a banana, which I mashed up and stirred into it. And it was a lot, but she seemed really hungry, so she ate most of it, I would say. And then about an hour after that, perhaps less, she projectile vomited twice. So I thought maybe I'd overstuffed her and she was just full. But the fact that she vomited once and I bathed her, washed her hair because it went everywhere, and then she vomited again everywhere, and it was quite forceful. It wasn't just like a, you know, overstuffed kind of sick, I don't think. It seemed like something was causing it. Something was causing her to be sick. So at first I thought she had a bug, and I just started Dettolling everything frantically, but she wasn't sick again after that. Then this morning, because of the porridge thing yesterday, I thought I'll just give her baby rice. And again, I mixed it with a little bit of cow's milk and half a banana or a third of a banana. She didn't seem to want as much this morning, but I noticed after the first couple of spoonfuls, she started getting like this little rash around her mouth and on her chin. And it's not massive, but it's just like redness and almost looks like hives, that sort of rash. So I stopped feeding it to her and took her upstairs and just gave her, I normally breastfeed her before her nap, so we just did that, and she's gone off to sleep and the rash has faded away. But yeah, it seems like some sort of sensitivity maybe to banana or cow's milk, I'm not sure. But as I said, I mentioned it on my Instagram stories, and 1 or 2 people have already replied and said my little one had this with milk, or my little one had this with bananas. So I'm none the wiser as to why Marnie has it, but I'd love to know if your little ones have had a sensitivity to something in early stage weaning, because it's the first time I've come across it. Certainly the vomiting, and I've not noticed a rash on any of them before either, straight after a food, apart from peanut butter with Aiden when he was over a year old, and he used to get the same rash around his mouth, which is why I think it's a sensitivity to something. Sorry, this is really rambly, but I'd love to know if your experiences with the same thing, if you have any, in the comments. Thank you very much. It's definitely a 2 coffee morning. So I've had some coffee and I feel almost like a human being again, almost. I've got a list as long as my arm of things I need to do today, including a massive declutter. We're trying to clean out a space to make into a nursery for Marnie. We have a spare room, but it's all the way up in the loft, and none of the other kids want to move up there at the moment, and I don't want to force them to, or, you know, try and encourage them to if they don't want to. They're all happy where they are. So we'll keep the loft room as a playroom, but we have a room next to our room. This is really complicated, sorry, bear with me. We have a room attached to our bedroom that is, the long goal is that it will be an ensuite, but we can't be bothered with the faff of it at the moment, and we feel like we can make do without it. So at the moment I'm kind of using it as a bit of a walk-in wardrobe, storage. That sounds really glamorous. It's not at all, it's a complete mess, but that's what I've been using it for, as a sort of storage area. So we thought we would change that into a mini nursery for Marnie, and it is only a box room, but it's perfectly big enough for a cot and a chest of drawers and some toy storage and things like that. So I'm excited because it means that we can do her a little nursery, and I can plan and design a little nursery, but it's a massive faff because I need to find an alternative home for all of that stuff. So I'm currently in the process of clearing out that box room so that Dan can plasterboard it and plaster it and paint it, and then we can start moving Marnie in. She's 7 months old now, just, so she's still in with us, which is fine. Aiden was in with us until he was 8 or 9 months old, so I'm not too bothered about it, but the quicker I clear out that room, the quicker we'll just have that extra space for her. But instead of going to do that, because she's sleeping right next to that room, I'm going to paint my nails, because when you've got more important things to do, why not paint your nails? They are very chipped, very manky, but I'm going to do that quickly. It'll only take me a couple of minutes, and then at least I will feel like that's done. That's a bit better. I don't know what it is about white nail varnish, I just love it. Also kind of reminds me of painting Tipp-Ex onto my nails when I was at school. Did anyone else do that? So because Marnie's still asleep, I thought I would just crack on with some editing. I want to hoover, but it will wake her up straight away, so I'm just going to edit for half an hour. I don't think she'll sleep a lot longer than that. And then I'm hoping that the rain holds out. It's been chucking it down this morning, but the sun seems to have come out, and I would love to get out for a walk this afternoon. So that's my plan. Look who's awake! Yeah! That wasn't a very long nap. For somebody that was awake so consistently throughout the night, that was not a very long nap. But Mummy's hoping that means that you might have another nap this afternoon. What do you say? Should we get you some lunch? Maybe nothing that involves banana or milk. How about that? How about some sweet potato? Sweet potato. Sweet potato appears to be Marnie's favourite food that she's tried so far. So perhaps we'll give that a bash. Come on. It's looking promising out there. We might get to go for a walk after all. On second thoughts, I've decided not to give Marnie lunch just yet because it's still a little bit early. So I think I've just had a look out the window and it's looking really bright and sunny. So I think I'm just going to head out for a walk with her now, and then we'll have some lunch when we get back. But before we do that, I'm just going to make the kids' beds because I haven't done it yet. And usually I do that first thing in the morning, and for some reason today I haven't. So I need to get that done before we leave the house. I'm just going to show you this quickly because it gives me great pleasure, and it's the only drawer in the house that I have organised to this degree. And it actually looks quite messy if you just look at it, but it's really well organised and everything's folded in the Marie Kondo way. And yeah, I don't know why that makes me happy, but it does. So I have all of Marnie's vests, sleep suits, leggings and bloomers, tops, little shoes, and underneath the shoes I have all of her hair bows in this basket and all of her tights in this basket, and then a little bit for hats and gloves behind. The shoes go back on top, and yeah, that kind of thing really makes me happy. So I need to pick what she's going to wear today. It is actually quite squished looking at it. I could probably do with taking a few bits out. I think I'm going to go for these dungarees because they are coming to the end of fitting her. I think they were up to 6 months and she's 7 months now, so they're not going to fit her for much longer. So I think we'll go for that with her pink ruffle collar top underneath. There we go, all done, and we're ready to go. Yeah, because I ain't no hollaback girl, I ain't no hollaback girl. How's about this for Sod's Law? You can't really see, but I've just got Marnie into her pram and got my coat on and my shoes on. And now it's raining. Great. I know, I wanted to go out for a walk too. It could be worse, I suppose. We could have already been out walking when the rain started. I just wanted to show you this as well. I have become the person who puts on workout leggings in the morning, apparently ones that are covered in stuff, with the intention of doing some form of exercise, and then I just wear them. So for those of you who've seen that Facebook video where they make fun of people who just wear their activewear for apparently no reason, I am that person. Okay, I'm gonna brave it, but this sky does not look promising. It is really quite grey. Should we see if we can manage a 10-minute stroll? Just get some fresh air. Let's do it, little one. So we made it out for a half an hour walk and it didn't rain, which is brilliant, although Marnie did decide that she wasn't going to have a nap. So I'm just gonna chill out with her for half an hour, have some lunch, and then I really fancy some cake, and I don't have anything like that in the house because I'm trying to be good, but I'm gonna undo all of that by making a mug cake. I've never made one before, and it popped up on my Facebook yesterday as like a suggested easy, quick and easy treat to make, and I just thought, today's the day, I'm gonna try and make a mug cake. So I will show you how I make it and how it turns out and whether or not it's any good. So here's the recipe for the mug cake. I just need self-raising flour, sugar, 1 egg, Biscoff, which is what sold me if I'm honest, milk and vegetable oil. Let's give it a bash. Look at that. So I've got my Channel Mum mug and everything that I need. I'm gonna whack it all in the mug. Apparently all you do is whisk it together and chuck it in the microwave for 3 minutes. I'm currently very skeptical. It's not even mixing together. This could be a catastrophic waste of Biscoff. Okay, we have progress. It actually looks like cake batter now. I'm a bit unsettled by how much oil went into it, but then I've made carrot cake and seen how much vegetable oil goes into that, so I'm holding on to that thought. Seriously, what the hell has happened there? I don't even know where to start with this. It's literally the size of my head. I'm thinking maybe I just eat a little bit and then let the kids try some when they get home from school. It smells really good. It smells like Biscoff, unsurprisingly, but why did it get so huge? Okay, I'm going in. That's actually quite nice. Could do with like ice cream or something though. Always just before the school run. Well, that was a soggy school run, wasn't it, guys?
Yes.
Ugh. Very soggy. Thankfully, my mum came over to watch Marnie, so I didn't have to take her out on the school run and get her soaking wet as well, which was brilliant. But my ear's gone slightly funny. I was just saying to Aiden, because he was squeaking, and asked him to stop squeaking because this ear is like slightly, it's not painful, but I can't hear properly out of it. It feels like it's popped. I'm not sure what that's about, but we're just gonna unpack lunch boxes, and Mary's got some homework to do on guitar practice, and Aiden's probably got some homework to do as well, and I've got dinner to make, so we're gonna crack on with all of that. What are you playing, Aiden?
I just can't get to the pit where I might have to get to that button.
Is that red ball?
Yeah.
If it's red ball, why is he yellow?
He's golden.
Change the colour of your face.
Wait.
So Mary and Aiden are trying the mammoth mug cake. Look at your bun. Your bun has gone a bit sad. It's like a floppy bun. It's definitely way bigger than one portion. What was your verdict on the mug cake?
Amazing.
It was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, for some reason I felt it I thought it like tastes like slightly gingery.
It tasted of, it was a Biscoff one.
Oh, Biscoff. Oh, I love Biscoff, yeah.
So I'm about to start making dinner. I've done all my packing up of all the kids' bits after school. I'm going to make a sausage casserole for dinner, just a tomato and hopefully butter beans if I've got them, and red pepper sausage casserole with giant couscous. It's quick and easy and everybody likes it, so I'm gonna make that. And then I'm honestly thinking of going to bed. I don't know what's happened to my ear, and my head feels a bit fuzzy now as well, and just with Marnie waking up so much in the night, I just feel like I need a really early night. So I'll probably show you our dinner as I'm cooking it, and then I might not vlog that much after that because I think I'm just gonna try and go to sleep at the same time as her, which sounds really sad, but I feel like I need it. So hopefully if I do that, I might feel a lot better tomorrow, because at the moment I'm feeling a little bit weird. So here's the sausage casserole. It's just sausages snipped into pieces with some red onion, cherry tomatoes, tinned cherry tomatoes I should say, garlic, what else is in there? Oh, jarred roasted peppers and spinach. And that's it, and seasoning. Just gonna let that simmer away for about half an hour, and we're gonna have that with giant couscous.